Are you trying to lose weight? Don't skip the protein. It could be your secret weapon. Today I'm going to give you the top 5 reasons why you should be eating plenty of protein to make sure to lose fat and lose weight when you're dieting. So I've been on a program over the last year called Trim Healthy Mama. I've lost almost 60 pounds. I'm 65 years old and I still have a little bit more weight to lose. So I've got a goal targeted over the next 6 months to lose an additional 30 pounds. And I'm hoping that'll put me right where I want to be. So one of the key things that I think about and I've read about and I've researched when I was looking for a good diet was making sure that I had enough protein to keep me full and satisfied and help me lose weight. So I'm on a program called Trim Healthy Mama. It's just a diet program. There's lots of programs out there, but this one focuses on eating lots of fruits and vegetables and all kinds of really good healthy foods, but the main thing that they focus on is making sure to have at least 25 grams of protein at each serving. So, targeting, you should be having, anywhere around 100 grams of protein per day. But if you can make sure to have protein supplements or protein that you're eating at each meal, it's going to help you in many ways. So the first reason is satiety. So you're more satiated when you eat more protein, and it does several things for you. So you may have heard of GLP-1s to lose weight. A lot of people are taking them. Do you know that if you eat protein at every meal, it helps to release hormones that help you also release things like, I think they're called peptide, YY, and also your own natural GLP-1s. Let's see, GLP-1s. Do I take a shot or do I take a shot of protein? Next, it helps you when you are eating more protein, it fills you up better. Because it fills you up better, you're going to snack less. And for me, that's an important thing at night. At night, it seems like that's when I'm the most hungry. I can kind of work on really staying on program throughout the day, but when nighttime comes, something happens in my brain and I want to snack so bad. But sometimes if I'm really hungry, I'll go get a protein tortilla. I buy them at Aldi. They're really good. And I'll put a little bit of cheddar cheese over it, and just that protein will be enough that I'll make that, in the microwave for a quesadilla, and that will help me feel satiated and I'm not going to be snacking the rest of the night. The other thing I have at night are Ninja Creamies. Now, Ninja Creamy is basically an ice cream that you make at a Ninja Creamy machine. You freeze these Ninja Creamies in your freezer. You make them up 24 hours ahead of time, let them freeze solid. And I always make sure to put a fat-free cottage cheese in mine, as well as a half a scoop of protein powder. Now that protein really gets me through the night. A lot of people ask me, do you snack at night? How do you stay on your diet? Aren't you starving? No, I think a lot of it is having that protein in the evening just helps me not to do excessive nighttime snacking. I also like to have eggs or Greek yogurt for breakfast. And I found that if I have a breakfast with eggs or, Greek yogurt, that it often satisfies me to make it till my next meal without snacking. It just fills me up. Not so much that it's a lot of food, but the protein gives me what I need to feel full. And as many of you know, if you feel full, you're going to have a lot easier time staying on a reduced calorie diet to lose weight. The second reason to eat more protein is that it boosts your metabolism. It's just a fact. Your body uses more energy to burn protein than it does fats and carbs. So just because of that, it's going to work harder to help you lose weight. So this calorie burn is not super fast, to be honest with you, but It's been proven that if you do it consistently over time, you're going to lose more weight because you're going to put your body into a fat burning mode. And when you combine it with exercise and eating healthy foods, you have no option but to lose weight. So the third reason to eat more protein when you're trying to lose weight is that it preserves muscle. So if you're working to maintain or build muscle, it's going to be very important to eat more protein. And it goes just by saying that if you're burning more fat than muscle, you're going to appear more lean after you lose your weight. There's nothing worse than losing weight and then at the end of it, you look worse than when you started. I'm 65, I'll be 66 years old this year, and time's working against me. It's not working with me anymore. So I need all the help I can get. And that means if eating protein consistently throughout the day will help me lose more fat and maintain muscle, I'm going to do it. The other thing I need to always keep in mind throughout this process is that I need to be doing weight-bearing exercises. Now, I know that has nothing to do with the protein we're talking about, but since we're talking about maintaining muscle, the protein and the weight-bearing exercises really help a lot. So the fourth reason is that it really helps a lot with workout recovery and muscle growth. So this really applies if you are doing any weight training or exercise or anything like that. Oftentimes, it's very difficult when you don't get enough protein to recover from working out. That's why you'll hear of people that have a protein shake before they work out or right after they're done working out. It's really important to make sure that you can recover quickly and that you are helping grow your muscles, not depleting them. I think when you're dieting and you're trying to lose weight, it's really important throughout the process that you maintain the way you feel, that you feel good throughout the process. It's mental as well as it is physical losing weight. And if it helps you by maintaining your muscles, by burning fat, by feeling good throughout the process, it's very important to make sure to take adequate protein. And number 5 is that it controls cravings. Now that, of course, has something to do with feeling satiated, but if you eat protein consistently, it is going to control your cravings. Now, if you opt for a Greek yogurt versus a cookie or a graham cracker, you're going to take that protein intake into a much longer time period in the future where you're feeling better. You're not going to be craving food as much. Oftentimes when you eat foods that are empty calories, high carb, high sugar, you know what happens? I don't even need to tell you. In a half an hour, you want more. I mean, can you really eat one potato chip? Come on. It's almost solid carbs and fats. And your body, once it starts, because it never feels full. Now try that when you're eating something that's more high protein instead of high carb and fat. You're going to feel fuller. You're going to feel better, and it's going to take you where you need to be without having these constant cravings. Now, when we're also talking about cravings and protein versus carbs and fat, now I'm talking unhealthy carbs and fat. You do need carbs and fat to function too, but you need to make sure to have enough protein. But it also helps when you're not eating a ton of, endless calories, high carbs and high fat, unhealthy, you're not going to have those highs and lows. And sometimes in some people, those can trigger being sluggish on the job, having headaches. Some people get migraines from eating too much carbs and sugar. It's because your blood sugar spikes, then it goes down, then it spikes, then it goes down. That is really hard on a lot of systems in your body. So if you're looking to feel better, lose fat, lose weight, and maintain those cravings that every one of us has, and making sure that you have adequate protein during the day, during each meal, all those different things, you're going to you're just going to do so much better. So if you're serious about fat loss, don't just count the calories. Try to focus on maintaining a healthy diet. Find a diet that you like, that fits your lifestyle, that gives you the different things that you need. Have enough protein. You're going to have carbs and fats, but focus on carbohydrates that come from vegetables and healthy grains and things like that, nuts and seeds. I love the Trim Healthy Mama program. It's got all kinds of good information, good menu plans. They have really good recipes. I've tried things, main meals, desserts, salads. I pretty much have adopted this program as part of my life. Now, this is the starter book that I'm using. I did this for the first 30 days. It's got like 50 delicious recipes in it that I did. I also have the Trim Healthy Mama cookbook, as well as the Trim Healthy Table cookbook. I have both of these cookbooks that I have incorporated into a daily weight loss plan. It's been working better than any diet has ever worked for me, and I've been able to stay on it because I feel full, because I feel satiated. I like the food, the different recipes that they have. So I'm a proponent of it. I love the program, and I plan on doing it for another 6 months and then looking into how to incorporate this into maintenance throughout my diet. And I think one of those things is going to be still continuing to make sure that I have adequate protein and cut those carbs and highs and lows that I've done in the past and really focus on just feeling good. In the description below, I'm going to list some really good ideas for proteins that you can have. And if you're on a specific diet, check with the diet you're on to make sure those proteins are compatible. I think sometimes just knowing what the different things are help a lot. At least they help me a lot. So if you're interested in getting more tips on nutrition and how to lose weight and ideas that I've been doing over the last year, I've actually got a playlist I'm going to link at the back of the video that'll give you ideas on menu plans and meal ideas and all kinds of good stuff. So like and follow me. Be sure to subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.